What's more important, like, than God? You got a cross on your neck. So I know. So, okay, so why is it oftentimes when we attempt to have conversations with our brothers about God, about our past, what God done put us through to get us up to here, it'd be like, that sound good, I'm cool, but I got stuff to do. I gotta, you know what I'm saying, make these moves, do A, B, and C. But it's like, bro, like, how much time can we honestly say we give God a week?
Right.
None, unless it's on Sunday, and then even in that you sleep.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like, what's really true? Is God really first or the most important thing in your life, or is it something else? We gotta be honest with ourselves, bro. We gotta be honest. You see what I'm saying? It be everything else. So all I'm asking, give a couple minutes. Oh, y'all, son. What's your name, sis? Cassidy? Okay. What's your name, bro? Demetrius. And what's your name, sis? Tierra, Demetrius, and Cassidy. I want to ask y'all something, right? Now, we see images like this. We've been, we seen it in school. We see it on the internet. We see it in movies like 12 Years a Slave, Root, stuff like that, right? We familiar with this history taking place, all right? Y'all with me? Okay. Y'all believe in God, right? There's a higher power that exists. Y'all believe in the Bible at all? Yes, all three? Okay, cool. So yeses so far. My question to y'all is this, right? God being all powerful, right? He signs off or controls things that happen on earth. Why these things right here took place? Like, we think about everybody else's history, other races' history. It ain't a lot of other people's history that they've experienced what we experienced here. So my question to y'all is, why would he allow that?
Bring it out.
Okay, we got a I don't know. That's fine. What about you? What y'all say? My sister, what you say? Okay, your brain, your wheels turning. I'm gonna ask Sis Cassidy, what you think? You don't know? But don't you think that's important to know? Like, if it's a power that we say we worship, wouldn't you want to know why would he allow your ancestors to go through one of the most horrific events in human history? Right? For centuries, these things took place. That would be something I want to know. Give me Deuteronomy 28. That's something I want to know. Because when we look at our reality right now, I'm gonna tell you, our history gives us an answer to our present.
That's right.
If we don't ever want to wonder and figure out, like, damn, why does it seem like black people just hate each other? We can't get right. You know what I'm saying? We on dope. We make it popular to murder.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why is it so we mentally effed up? We gotta look at history. History tells us why.
That's right.
When these things took place right here, the people that did it to us, the Caucasians, the Europeans, the Spanish, the Dutch, these people that did this to us, they took away any semblance of our culture, our identity. They took it away.
That's right.
And they replaced it with what? Being a nigga.
Right.
Being a slave.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Being a garden tool. You know what I'm saying? For our women. That's the behavior they imprinted on us, bro. That's why we act the way we act. History tells us that. But the question we should be asking is, why would God allow that to happen? Watch this. Read it.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
This is the answer real quick, sis. I know you're on the phone. I want you to try to listen to both at the same time. Watch it. Read it again.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
I want to ask y'all, when y'all think about a group, like if you was to pick a group of people out, think about Caucasians, whites, Asians, Arabs, Indian people, and let's just say blacks at the end. Which one of them people will you say, yeah, this group definitely got generational curses on them?
Bring it out.
It's gonna be us, all right? We can tell, bro. It's like, don't matter, is it from our parents, our kids, our grandparents? It seems like we all got revolving issues, the same issues, going through the same experiences, right?
That's right.
We gotta beg the question, why that is. I'm gonna read it again, because in this verse we just read, it gives an answer as to why we feel that way, why we experiencing these things. I want you to listen. What's your name, sis? You just came up.
Me.
Yes. Caleb, I want you to listen to this, Caleb, because I asked him earlier. I said, we all believe in God, But we know these things happen to our ancestors, so why would he allow it to happen? Because if what makes God a God is that he's all powerful.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? If you got all power, you got control to, you see what I'm saying? So why did this was allowed if he didn't want it to happen?
Right.
Now let's read it again. Watch this.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 15.
Bring it out.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So how familiar are y'all with the Bible at all? Said not that familiar. Oh, a little bit? Who knows the man named Moses, or that name Moses? Familiar with that name? What was he popular for doing or known for doing? He said he freed the slaves. I like that answer. All right. He said, okay, that's what they say. What you say, sis? You know, remember? It's okay, cool. So the reason I'm asking is because the man words we read, this is his words. This is who's speaking right now. I just want to paint the picture of what we read so we ain't completely lost, right? Moses is speaking to a group of people, and he's telling him, like, look, the power that just brought you and me out of bondage is telling us, look, he's giving us rules and regulations to follow. If we don't follow those things, he's going to put curses upon y'all as a people.
That's right.
Right? The people that he just freed. All right? No. Go back to where we was at. Just to paint the picture. Now, I want to read some of these things he getting ready to describe as being curses. And I want y'all to tell me, does it sound familiar at all? Something that you may have heard in history or learned in school. I want y'all to tell me. Verse 64.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 64.
Bring it out.
And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people from one end of the earth even unto the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thy fathers have known, even wood and stone.
So I want to ask y'all something, right? Where did y'all remember where Moses freed those people from? What land it was? He said, if he had to tell Pharaoh, let my people go, where do you think they was at? What we know about Pharaoh's coming from? Egypt, right? Where Egypt at? On the map. Or what continent is on? Yeah, it's in Africa. It's the top east part right here. You with me, sis? What's your name again? Kayla? Sis Kayla. Sis Cassidy, you on the phone. You still with us? Okay. Egypt is in the top eastern part of Africa. Right? So there's people that just got free, they just left this side, this part of the world. They somewhere in this area, right? Now, if one of the curses that we just read, God said, hey, if you don't listen to us, I'm going to have y'all scattered from one part of the earth and to the other, to every part of the earth. What group of people did that happen to in history? My brothers, I want to ask y'all this. I'm glad y'all came up. I want to ask y'all this question too. Y'all to listen to this, right? Because the question I'm posing, this brother right here, my sister right here, is why these events took place right here. You know what I'm saying? We believe in God. Why did he allow it to happen? If he being all powerful, why did it take place? Y'all with me? Right? So what we read is a group of people back in the day. The Lord said he would put curses on if they didn't listen to him. One of the curses we read again for the brothers. Catch them up to speed. 64.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people from one end of the earth even unto the other, and there thou shalt serve other gods.
What people do we know in history? We've been taught, we done maybe seen a movie, read something, that they were forcibly scattered from one part of the earth into another. It's us. See what I'm saying?
That's right.
See how these words start to kind of come to life a little bit. It ain't just no ink on no page.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because when we dealing with a divine power, guess what that divine power has knowledge of? The future.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? Because why? He orchestrates it. He controls it. So he's warning this people that, hey, y'all disobey me. What's going to take place is where y'all from, where y'all live, your homeland, y'all going to leave that. Y'all going to leave that. I'm going to force you in other places you ain't never been. And what's going to happen? You're going to end up serving what?
And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known.
I want to ask y'all something. He said, not only you going to get scattered to other places, but then you're going to start to serve other gods.
Right.
That's right.
I want to ask y'all this. At what point in time, you think when we was in our homeland on that other side of the world, you think we was believing in this right here? You think we believed in a white Jesus?
Bring it out. Bring it out.
No. Hell no, we didn't believe in no white Jesus. You think we were celebrating Christmas?
Bring it
What
out.
about Valentine's Day? None of it. None of it. Why we do it today? Because it's a byproduct of this. Ain't none of that our culture. What is our culture? My brothers, I want to ask y'all, what is our culture? What's our identity? Where we from? See what I'm saying? See how there's a lot of good questions. Then it's just like wheels get to turning, we get to buffering. We like, damn, you know, I ain't even think about that like that. I ain't even really sit down and we need to know this, bro. We need to know it. Because we trying to figure out why is it that damn near every year some brother got to go up and get some chicken, they got to die.
That's right.
Because we ain't got no conflict resolution skills. We can't even fix, you know what I'm saying? We can't even leave an argument with somebody living.
That's right.
A child got to die, a father got to die. Come on, bro. It should never be like this in our community. But it's like that because we broken, bro.
That's right.
We broken. But now we got to figure out on a spiritual level, well, why did God put us in a position to be broken?
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? That's what we're trying to figure out. And that's what we're giving the answer for. All right? Read verse 65.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 65.
Oh, wait, my brother. I want you to listen to this before you go.
And among these nations shalt thou have no ease, neither shall the sole of thy feet have rest. But the Lord shall give thee there a trembling heart, and failing of eyes, and sorrow of mind.
So it said, remember the verse above we just read said he's going to scatter us in different places around the earth.
Right. Then
Then he said, once we get there, we're going to start serving other gods or having different belief systems. All right. Then it says, when you among these people, you in these lands, you're not going to have no rest.
Right.
Said the sole of your foot ain't going to have rest. You ain't going to be at ease, and you constantly going to be in fear and sadness. What that sound like? What point in history that sound like? Are people taken from one point of earth to another? They constantly in fear, they constantly sad, they constantly working, and they beliefs changing.
Sound like right now.
Sound like right now.
That's right.
It sound like our history being in slavery. That's what it sound like, bro. And if that's the case, my question is this. If God is telling a people a long time ago that will happen in the future, then who that make us? If we fulfill all these things we reading about, that God said will happen to people in the future, then who that make us? It make us the people, the descendants of the people he was talking to.
That's right.
Right? Which are these people on this sign? I want y'all to come take a look. Y'all ain't in no rush. Y'all ain't in no hurry. I know what y'all got to do.
I got somebody waiting on me inside.
And inside, what they waiting on you for? Cause I'm gonna tell you, bro. What's your name? What's your name, King? Oh. What's your name, bro? Iman. Okay, Iman and O. How old are y'all? If y'all mind me asking? 24. 28. Okay, cool. So this about my generation. What's more important, like, than God? You got a cross on your neck, so I know. So why is it oftentimes when we attempt to have conversations with our brothers about God, about our past, what God done put us through to get us up to here, it'd be like, you know, that sound good, I'm cool, but I got stuff to do. I gotta, you know what I'm saying, make these moves, do A, B, and C. But it's like, bro, like, how much time can we honestly say we give God a week?
Right.
None, unless it's on Sunday, and then even in that you sleep.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like, what's really true? Is God really first or the most important thing in your life, or is it something else? We gotta be honest with ourselves, bro. We gotta be honest.
Bring it up.
You see what I'm saying? It be everything else. So all I'm asking, give a couple minutes. That person can't wait. That mall ain't finna shut down no time soon. It's gonna be open all day. You see what I'm saying?
I had to get my kid though.
Oh.
See, she just gave me the shoes right there.
Okay, well you can bring them out. You can bring them out, because they need to know. I said you can bring them out here to learn too, because they need to hear.
I love the kid.
Okay, cool. They got supervision then. You good. You straight.
Right.
They got supervision then. You straight.
She gotta go to work. That's why I came up in the meal. She helped me out to grab these. I gotta go grab mine.
Okay, cool. Give me Deuteronomy 76. Well, before you go, I do want to just share some information with y'all to think about. It's because, bro, if we have any care about what's going on in our community, we want to impact it and change it for, like you said, you got kids, for that next generation. Because I don't know about you, I don't want my son or my daughters to grow up in a world or in a community where murder is what's popularized, and being a hoe is what's popularized for women.
That's
you know what I'm saying? Like I ain't trying to be in that. I don't want them to be in that direction. I know where it go. So I'm saying, so it is, but can we change it? There we go. Give me Psalms 94:16. Just drop that. There we go. There we go. I like that answer, and I agree. It can't be one person. It's gonna take a collective.
That's right.
Which is right now we got a collective of these brothers right here, but we get the people who feel that way. We need to be a part of the collective.
That's right.
Or create one.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? We can't be like, yeah, we need a group of people, and don't never search out no group of people to be with. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Come on, watch this.
Psalm chapter 94, verse 16.
Bring it out.
Who will rise up for me against the evildoers? Or who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity?
God asked that same question, bro. What man is it gonna be on this earth that's gonna stand up for his standards, his rules? We stand. What we say? We stand on business when it comes to gang politics or street politics.
Right.
Nobody give a damn about what standards or morals God set in place for us to stand on.
Bring it out.
That's like, okay, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Hell with all that. I want to stand on this street. You see what I'm saying? But it's like we see what the streets get us.
Right. Bring it out.
In the grave or in prison. Why is that like an infatuation? Why are we infatuated with death?
Right.
Or to lose our life, bro? Why can't we be infatuated with God?
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? The source of our life. Why we can't be infatuated with that?
That's right.
That's what we need to get to, bro. The purpose of being out here is because I want to show y'all brothers that the people that we read about Moses freeing out of Egypt, they're my ancestors.
Yes.
When you're reading this book about the Israelites or Jacob's sons, they're my forefathers.
Right.
And being them people, we got a culture. Our culture is not drill music.
Yes.
Our culture is not gang banging, selling dope, being a pimp, going to prison, getting killed at 15, 16.
Bring it up.
You see what I'm saying? That's not our culture. Our culture is the morals, the rules, the regulations God gave us to keep, to pass down, to live by. You know what I'm saying? That's our culture. And a lot of us, because of these events right here, we don't know that no more. So we encourage our people just like you, brother Iman, and brother O, we need to relearn this stuff so we can pass it down. Give me Sirach 17:11.
What is the nation? Nation is men leading by example.